Listen to me closely. Never, under any circumstances, ever react when a woman tests you. This is going to be an important video because there is a few things that women know deep down about men on a primal level or on a subconscious level. Okay? She knows that if you like her and she pulls away from you, this is going to cause frustration and pain. She knows that if you like her and she starts talking to another guy or starts following a new guy on social media, she knows that that's going to raise your jealousy, okay? She knows what's going to bring you frustration and agony and pain. Women know this on a deep down subconscious level. And what they are wanting is for you to get reactive. Now, when you get reactive, it's going to do one thing for her and one thing towards her. It's going to let her know, hey, he cares. This man really cares. Because you have to understand, if women optimize for hypergamy and if women optimize their own survival, in theory, the more that you care about them, or let's even take this a step further because I know that this is a very uncomfortable truth for most of you to hear, the more that a variety of men care about her all at once at the same time, the more her survival needs are taken care of and the more she tells herself, I am safe because there's someone waiting. If things don't work out with John, well, Connor's waiting. If things don't work out with Connor, Tim is waiting. And if things don't work out with Tim, Casey's waiting. And because of that, she feels as if her survival needs are taken care of. Never, under any circumstances, listen to me closely, never under any circumstances ever get emotionally reactive. Never under any circumstances react when a woman tests you. You have to understand that not only is she hardwired to test, she may even do these things on purpose just to piss you off. See, this is the hardest secret for men to realize and to uncover. There is sometimes where women will just wake up that day and they will say, you know what? How can I just piss him off? How can I piss him off and how can I make his day so bad that I can bring out so much frustration, so much jealousy, so much insecurity? I can start to work at him layer by layer to see how invested he is into me. Just to show that you are moved off center. Just to be the game of chess that she already won. Just to be the storybook or the novel that she already finished. Just for her to see that she can win you over. When you get reactive, you lose the grounded strength and the grounded certainty in yourself as a man that says, I am strong. I am a rock. I am emotionally stable. When you take bait, when you fall into these traps, when you don't spot her lures, her traps, these spells almost, right? She puts the spell of love on you. When you don't realize or recognize this, your life gets terrible. And it gets terrible in a variety of ways. Not only is she going to pull away from you and now question your value and potentially cling to a different man who appears stronger at this moment, but what you don't see happening is the effect that this has on every area in your life. You can't focus at work. Your social skills take a hit. Your confidence takes a hit. And you're not the man that she thought you were. Now, what are the thoughts that you want to entertain in her mind? What are the thoughts that you want her mind to be focused on? What are the thoughts that you want her to be fixated on? What are the thoughts that you want her to gravitate towards? I'm going to show you. When she looks at you like a project or a game or a puzzle that she wants to solve, she wants to look at you and say, well, why can't I make this man jealous? Why can't I make this man fall in love? Why can't I make this man desire me to the highest degree? Why can't I make this man go weak for me on an emotional level? And when you choose not to give that strength away, when you choose to remain to keep your emotional fortitude, when you choose your success and your happiness and your groundedness as a man and your day-to-day priorities over pleasing her emotions, that is when you become a true man. By you not reacting to any of her tests, you start to pass all of them. And I am going to let you in on a little secret for all of you out there chasing high value guy status, right? High level status. Okay? If the millionaire on the yacht with $1 billion or the $1 trillion or the multi-millionaire, whatever the case may be, the guy with every single sports car, when he starts to fail every interest test, when he starts to go weak for her emotionally, when he starts to act incorrectly, you can have 1,000 positive sentences with a woman, one wrong sentence, and she'll never talk to you ever again for the rest of your life. Words. Words matter to women. Women's entire reality is shaped through words. Words is what moves her on an emotional level, and what moves her on an emotional level controls basically the entire perception of her reality that she lives in day to day. See, you might think that you are at the disadvantage because you have to consistently deal with all of these tests. I want you to imagine for a second if it was the reverse. Imagine your entire reality was literally shaped just by the words that you hear. Might cause some issues or some frustrations, wouldn't it? So, anytime that you think that you are starting to go emotionally weak for a woman or you're failing her interest test, you have to take a step back and you have to actually breathe. And you have to say, okay, if I fall into this trap, I'm basically meeting her at her wavelength where she's at emotionally, and she's going to lose respect for me. I have to stay above these conversations. I have to stay above these interest tests. And by you not reacting to any of them, you pass all of them. And as you pass all of them, she says, wow, he's a little different. And when you pass all of them, she finally calls up her mom on the phone and says, yeah, Mom, guess what? Like, I know all these years I've been single, but I think I actually found myself a real man. Because you show that you're different. When you don't get reactive is when she knows that you're actually stable and grounded in who you are. Now keep in mind, this is the last point that I want to tell you. This is a totally opposite skill set from just sleeping with a woman or going out to the bar one night and getting laid. This is a completely different skill set. There's guys who are great at that, who have very big problems retaining relationships and retaining interest levels. What I'm teaching you how to do is go even deeper and further into understanding not only female nature, but yourself as a man. Now, what I've been doing over the past few months is I have been showing guys how to learn, understand, and master the language of women. And guess what? Inside of our community, we now have over 1,190 men inside of this. I am watching these guys get success on a weekly basis. I'm watching these guys come together and have comments and posts and interactions every single day. But the cool thing is this language of women process that I created, this is literally my life's work. This took me not only 10 years to accumulate, but this took so many months of planning and effort and recording and making things into step-by-step processes for you, for all of you. Okay, now if I only had 50 people inside of this, that would be one thing. If I had 500 people, that would be kind of cool. But dude, you got to realize this. I have over 1,000 men, over 1,100 guys together right now, learning this process. And by now, I have seen too much success. I have seen too much proof and too many guys actually having success in their dating life. I have seen this happen too many times to the point where it would almost feel wrong of me if I didn't show you what I have to offer, if I didn't show you what I built. Because of that, I invite you to join us inside of that. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.